TT Talk. I am here with Noble Lyfe. How are you?
That's right. I'm doing great.
This is like our third interview, and it's a lot that's happened from like 4 years to now.
A lot.
And now you're by yourself. I mean, you started with Exquisite Taste, so tell me the transition of being with the group to now really working on your craft on your own.
I mean, it's a whole different dynamic, but specifically about Exquisite Taste. Those are all like my brothers, you know what I mean? We kind of all grew up together, you know, there was Leek, Armand, Wowie, Johnny, there was just so many different people, Hodge, and we were all just really talented individual artists, and we were all just friends, so we were like, why don't we just do this together? And I just feel like we were really young, so we kind of didn't understand everything was just about business and music, and like we were getting a lot of attention. Like I said this a lot of times, Exquisite Taste, me personally, I feel like opened the door for a lot of artists to kind of just say, you know what, we can actually do this because look at them and they're actually getting views.
Yeah.
So I'm like cool with all of those people still, and I think it was honestly something great, and it was something I would probably never take back. But at the time, I kind of just feel like it fell apart because we were all young and selfish, you know what I mean? And I played a big role, like I can honestly say that today, like just in a lot of negative things that happened, but I just feel like working with myself now is better because I had time to, it's like a relationship, you get time to know yourself as an artist, you know? I didn't even know who I was an artist at the time, so I just feel like
you started then, and your name was actually Noble.
Yeah, it was just Noble. And it's crazy because the transition from Noble to Noble Lyfe was just a kind of like a eureka moment I had in my head, and it was kind of actually when the Exquisite Taste started falling apart. We just kind of had like a big public blowout and stuff, and I was just like, you know, my Twitter name at the time was Exquisite Noble.
Yes,
and I was just like, I mean, I just feel like at the end of the day, I have to be my own person because let's say whatever I'm attached to, if it falls down, I still need to be my brand. So Noble Lyfe was the first step in me branding myself as an individual entity and an individual artist, you know what I mean? So I was just like, instead of just Noble, I should be Noble Lyfe. Because my name before Exquisite Noble was like Strag Life, it was just some stupid thing. My cousin from Brooklyn, he was just like Strag this, so I'm like Strag Life. And then I went from Exquisite Noble to Noble Lyfe with an I, and then I changed it to Noble Lyfe with a Y because I always say life's about the why and not the I. It's always about asking questions and not just about the individual.
Interesting. So it's funny because there is a little story behind that, and now you know that you have a story behind that. And now being by yourself and branding yourself, do you see any challenges doing that?
I feel like the only challenges is actually building the team because the team is necessary. Don't get me wrong. It's not about being by yourself because nothing happens by yourself. Like if you look at any artist and their success, nobody can just say, I did this all by myself. There's always a producer, there's always a DJ, there's always a videographer, there's always a manager, there's always someone, maybe even other artists that's helping propel that artist. So it's not about just being by yourself, but it's about branding yourself, knowing that I'm this individual artist. Now these are the type of people that can complement me correctly, and these are the type of people that I can compliment correctly. You know what I mean? It's about being in a mutual relationship. You know, when you're in just a team with other artists and it's not really like fit to form, then it's kind of like clashing. So being an individual artist, the only hard part about it is finding other people who do want to work with you and see benefit in it. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And finding talent as well. In other people. So, and I also want to ask you, your sound has changed a little bit from being Noble and now Noble Lyfe. Now we can actually say that. So how do you think your sound has changed? Because now I heard a song called Finessica?
Yeah, Finessica.
I can't even say that word. Finessica Simpson. Okay, so you guys have to check out Finessica Simpson. That's something that you just dropped.
Yeah, just dropped. It's like a little freestyle. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, a little freestyle, and it is dope. So you was rapping on Remy's Conceited.
Shout out Remy.
Yes, and you did your own little twist on Conceited.
It's dope. I fuck with it. I mean, for me, it's just like my sound changed a lot because it was the part of the branding. I mean, I feel like when I first started making music, I was trying to sound like my favorite artists. You know, a little bit of Chance, a little bit of Kendrick, a little bit of Kanye, and that's okay because what people don't understand, when people saw me in Exquisite Taste, that wasn't me rapping for a couple years and now I'm showing it. I just got into the studio and started recording whatever I felt, and then I started putting it out. So like Finessica Simpson, even Finesse It all the music that I started to release was me taking a step back and saying, who am I as a person? I'm this high energetic, trippy guy, so I want my music to depict who I am, and that's, if you listen to my music, that's what it is. It's very high energy, very positive, just a lot of sounds, and I feel like if you listen to that record and then you see me in person, it's like, this makes perfect sense. So I'm just trying to be myself in the most real form that I can, you know what I mean?
I definitely understand. And you just mentioned Finesse It All. That's one of my favorite songs. I mean, it was produced by Amaze King.
Amaze King.
Amaze King. an R&B feel a little bit.
Yeah.
Of something that we're missing. And that's why, like, I don't know if you get this comparison. You kind of remind me of Gold Link.
You know what's funny? I did like a show with Gold Link like 2 years ago. We drove all the way to Virginia. It was the craziest thing in like my mom's minivan. We almost crashed like 4 times. It was crazy. But we ended up leaving the show because we weren't sure if he was going to come, and then we performed, and then he performed right after. But it was funny because we were just hearing about him, and it's like he's the biggest shit now. He's a really dope.
Grammy nominated.
Yeah, he's really dope artist.
He's really dope. That's one of my favorite albums that actually came out. But I was listening to to your music, and you kind of remind me of him because it was like an R&B feel. Finesse it all, and then you did your auto tune, and you say, I mean, you have a sound of your own. You're not just
it's very diverse.
Yeah, very diverse, which I like about you and your music. It's very diverse. I mean, you don't just spit, but if you want to spit,
I can.
You can spit.
People be I can spit. That's a big part of it. For me, I felt like, I'm honing my craft as a rapper and a writer, you know what I mean? And then it comes the part where it's like the branding. Let me figure out who I am as a person. And then it's just kind of surveying, the marketplace. My biggest thing is the moment that I started to make something that my little siblings liked. Because in my head, it's like, these are the consumers, these are the people, and at the end of the day, like as you know, I have a big family, so it's like I want them to like my shit, and they always supported me. But then the moment I started changing my sound a little and just making things that it was like it's kind of easier to listen to, but it still has that content, it still has dope wordplay. You go in my house now, and they're putting all their friends on to Finesse It All. They're playing my music from it, and it's like a good feeling. So once that happened, I was like, wow, like, this is the type of music I want to make. I want to make stuff my mom can listen to. I want to make stuff, the kids in the crib listen to, because I have a big family, and I just feel like that support system, a lot of people always look for what they don't have, but a lot of people don't have a big family. So I have like 8 siblings that go out into schools and tell people to listen to my shit. So I was just like, yo, that's dope. So I'm gonna play towards that. So it was more so just about making music that as much people can enjoy.
Listen to. And being, now we're in 2018. I mean, we started about 4 or 5 years ago. The audience of our ears of music has evolved. It has changed a lot. Now I've noticed mumble rap is like the newest thing. It's like you don't even have to have bars. You don't have to have wordplay to even make it. But then there's people that like you that have the wordplay, that has the bars, that have everything that we wanted. I mean, I kind of think it's kind of like diminishing hip hop a little bit. Like, how do you feel about the state of hip hop right now in 2018? Me
personally, I think. Because early on, as a fan, because I started out listening to hip hop really late. Like my mom didn't let me listen to hip hop. I grew up on gospel music and this. So I was just fascinated by the culture. And the first rapper I heard was like, this is the best shit ever, was Lil Wayne. So it was like, for me, it's like lyrical hip hop was it. But then as I started to become a fan of the culture, and because I felt like I was late to everything, me as an artist, I learned to appreciate, honestly, the differences and stuff, because I can listen to Lil Uzi and I listen to a record and I'm like, he's doing a lot of things that people won't know is difficult because they're not an artist. It just kind of sounds and mumble, but when you go in the studio, I wouldn't be able to duplicate that.
I know that you carry around a honey bun.
Yes.
Why? Why do you carry around a honey bun?
Honestly, one day I was just sitting down and a honey bun fell out the same night. And I was just looking at it and I was like, this really means something to me. It was actually around the time I was making Finesse It All. If you look at the cover is all honey buns. And I was like, this must mean something. And you know what's funny? You know how I have a lot of siblings, right? Yeah. My little brother would go to Dollar Tree and buy oatmeal cream pies, honey, but he would always stock up on honey buns the most. And he would bring them in the house. And you get a box for $1, right? And there's like 6, 7, 8 items in it, right? And he would sell each item in the box for $1 in the house.
No, he didn't.
Like my mom would pick him up, drop him off at Dollar Tree, he'll buy everything, he'll get it in the house and sell it to everybody and just make a crazy profit. So when I was making Finesse It All, it's funny because me and my manager fans were sitting down, we're like trying to think of the video treatment, and we're just thinking of like super realistic type stuff, and we're like, no, we just keep this simple. My little brother's the biggest finesser I know because he's going to Dollar Tree and reselling these and making 600% profit.
And he is.
So yeah, so the kind of like the honey bun just kind of reminds me of him, and just kind of reminds me of how he was just always finessing. So the honey bun kind of represents that, and that one's for you. As you can see, it has all my social media on it.
This is nice.
Yo, honey bun companies, come holler at me. I know y'all. Come on, man. I'm really doing that out here. I need that sponsorship.
I like
cut
this.
the check. Cut the check.
Yes.
I ain't gonna tell you what brand that is until y'all cut the check.
Oh yeah. Brand is this?
You feel me? It's my brand. You see the sticker there, Noble Lyfe.
Noble Lyfe. Noble Lyfe. So we are on the set of Freestyles by Chase Dollas Production. This is DJ dope. Dollas.
Yeah, it's dope. I mean, we're about to get real festive today. I feel good because, as you know, I could do a little singing, do a little hip, but I really like to rap. Like, that's my first love, so we're about to drop a dope freestyle today.
That's gonna be dope. And this is not your first freestyle.
Nah, I'm a little, you know, I'm a fake professional at this, but this is gonna be one of my best ones.
I'm glad, but I have this, okay. But is this your first freestyle of 2018?
Nah, for sure. Actually, it is.
It is?
Yeah, it's supposed to be my first. I haven't done one in a while. It's funny. I actually haven't done one while being an individual artist, so this is a big thing.
Oh,
groundbreaking.
Wow. That's great. I'm really, happy for what you got going on, especially seeing your growth from being, I want to be a rapper too. You're doing it. You have a good team behind you, great management. Everything is going well for you. And what are we going to see from you in 2018?
As you mentioned, I have a really good team, so I actually want to shout out my team. Shout out to my manager, Vance, my video production guy, HP Visuals. We have producers, Dre Ronell, my cousin, he does all of my engineering, Robert Davis, my best friend. So there's just a lot of people on my team who really want to see me win, so those are all really dope guys. And for the rest of 2018, it's going to be more of kind of what you saw. We dropped Finessica Simpson. My actual plan is to drop maybe every 2 weeks or maybe 3 times a month. I want to drop a remake freestyle, but I want to do my own twist to it, so it's just kind of a dope fresh song. Because a lot of people listen to Finessica Simpson, they're like, when is this going on Spotify? I'm like, it's not an original song, right? I ain't hear Remy Ma concede it, come on, what's going on? But it's the young kids, they don't really catch it. So I'm gonna release a couple more of those to build steam. I have shows at South by in March, and then I'm gonna be working on a project. And even though Finesse It All, it did actually drop a while ago, but I'm just getting ready to release the video, and we're kind of gonna push that as a full production. And then I have just a lot of other songs that I'm kind of working on, and I'm gonna put together a project for the end of the year.
So thank you, Noble Lyfe, for coming on my show, and plus being a part of DJ Dollas Freestyle, which is dope.
Yeah, this is all dope, and we've done interviews before, so I'm just really excited to actually do this and kind of see both of our progressions. This is actually dope. I was happy with this. Shout out DJ Dollas.